My name is Vivian. My Vietnamese name is HUYNH. I'm from class VP 9Cs. So before I start with our today's TEDx topic, I would literally love to share with all of you about my little speaking up experience. So I want you guys to look at this. So this is me during my grade 7s. I was being in a little competition about speaking up. This is when I found my passion about speaking up, that I will change other people inspire, other people thinking. I want to share the ideas and hope one day I will change something about their knowledgeable. It can be artistic, it can be any ideas about global or politics, anything. I would love to share about how I'm thinking, how I'm growing in this topic. Secondly, I love doing podcasts. I got invited by my teacher to doing podcasts because they really impressed with my English voices. But not only podcast just about speaking. It's about I'm sharing knowledgeable about everyday topic to every student in the campus, which is really interesting. And is later our today's TEDx topic names, Speaking Up to Make a Difference. Why does your voice matter even as a student? So, right now, I want you guys to imagine one thing. You're in the class, and the teachers are teaching you about something which is really interesting, and you have this incredible, magnificent ideas ever. And eventually, naturally, people are going to be like, raise your hand up, sharing the ideas. But I hope everyone here may have the same thought as me, that there's something that reminds you. Does my voice actually matter to everyone here? Does I am something in this class? This thinking led you to think that you're just a normal student. This is not your moment yet. And eventually you put your hand down. Well, guess what? This whole thing led you to miss the big opportunities, big change to changing about something, how people feel about you, how people thinking about you, and just miss the change of opportunities that you maybe change something about topic. So, in education, I believe that it's not about just one-way speaking. It's just not about teacher talking, students listening, observing, doing homework, doing work assignments. If we keep doing that, we may just live in our ancient times. No electricity. We don't even know what physics means. You know why physics actually happened and why we still have electricity like phones or internet? Because ordinary people, dare to talk about their ideas. They recognize something. They see that why should we be more improved? They're asking why it can be like this, why it cannot be like that. If we keep our improvement, what can we change? Most of the teachers, after the studies, after the lesson, they always do this. Does anyone have any question? This thing not only help you, did you actually understand the lesson? Yeah, it's maybe like, do you actually understand the lesson? But somehow in that question, you will recognize something even more further. Some simple question can intentionally make something change. Communication. For me, speaking up in communication is just not about daily communication, like, oh, how are you? Like, I'm good, like, what you eat today? It's not about daily communication. It can be convincing, defensive, solving conflicts, solving your problem. Let's take this as an example. I'm trying to be class president. And usually in class president, people are gonna be like, vote for this person. People want to be, classmates want another friends to be class president, right? And normally they're gonna be two competitive friends in the class trying to argue who's better. Let's make it to situation that I'm trying to convince my friend to vote for me. I'm gonna say something like this. If you vote for me, I'm gonna help my classmate be better in English. I'm gonna have you guys do tutoring because I feel that I'm good at English, and I'm gonna help you guys with the classmates who are weaker in English. Yeah, and basically I'm trying to convince them. I'm trying to convince them because I want them to trust me that I can do this. I can lead in them. I'm trying to speak up for my own good. Or solving conflicts. In the argument of being the class president is trying to speaking who are wrong, who are right. It can also be that two people are not in the same languages. They try to figure it out they try to figure it out like who's gonna be more better, or they just try to figure it out like how can make two people being their own good. So I'm using communication. The people who are using communication to solving conflicts, it's just not about who's the loudest, who's more aggressive, who's taller, who's shorter, you're the boss, I'm the employer, I'm old, you're younger. It's just not about how you win the arguments. You want to win the arguments, you have to show the point. You have to show that I have to do this and I am right and you're not, and maybe you're not wrong, but like it just not suit you. And then you have to convince me, you have to believe in me. So you build trust toward people, try to convince them and solve the problems. Probably everyone here go to school, right? And you know that beside of my families and my sister, friends and teacher are the person who beside us mostly all the time because we spend almost all of the time, almost all of your life at school. So relationships are super, super important. Let's say I'm a new student here. I don't have any friends at the first time, but I'm trying to using my speak up, trying to use all of my confidence, my communication. Like people start being friends because they share the interesting toward each other, right? So I'm saying to this teacher, Miss Jordan, I say that I really love to speak English. I do this presentation, I'm sharing my ideas, I'm passionate about my speaking English. And Miss Jordan say, oh, okay, I'll get that. And then she tried to speak with another teacher, like introducing me that, I have this student, like she really loves speaking English. Like, I think you have this project about that Miss student who speaks English. I'm gonna introduce this student of mine, which is Vivian, and gonna be like, she really loved that you can using her for doing your project. That's how you're using communication to find opportunities. And also in school, I have noticed this. Most of 50% I saw that many students in this type of, there are many students that have this type of being shy, they don't dare to speak about their own ideas. They try to protect their problems. They don't want to expose to them. They're scared that people are gonna make judging since we are living in a world that when you talk something, they're gonna judge them. They're gonna thinking of this way and that way about your characteristic. And those people gonna lead them to being bullying. So they need someone like us, someone that can speak up and try to defend for themselves. Also, they need someone to help to defend for themselves too. So whenever I find the bullying person, I want to send this message that you are not alone. If you keep being silent, the problem is going to be more safer. You have to using your voice to expose them. Albert Einstein, my favorite. He is the theoretical physicality. He created this mass energy formula, which is E=mc². And from that formula, in 1921, he won the Nobel Prize in Physics. You know why he being so famous? Because he dared to speak up about his ideas. He dared to speak up about his formula. And now that he had tried to prove that his formula are right. And then people gonna tend to believe him and then think that, yeah, he kind of proved something in this world that none of the people have recognized. He deserved a Nobel Prize. And one of my favorite quotes of him, the world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. There's a scientist in our country, it can be like scientists all over our world, they are aware that in 2050, the world gonna be like in a huge problem in climate change. And you know what? So let's say this year is starting, the scientists start to recognize that in 2015, climate change is gonna be in a huge problem. And you know what emotion, like the interaction they also usually met when scientists say that those governments, those persons who lead in each country, they tend to be ignorant. And now you know what? Since start right now, Saigon started to be last week have only 17 degrees. That's also called climate change. And in the North Pole or South Pole, the ice starting to break. That's also the tense of climate change too. And people start to be surprised. They're actually not being surprised. The scientists have been warning us about like 10 years ago, and now we don't make anything surprised about that. From this quote, I feel he's trying to say something, that the world does not fail to change. It failed to change because there's not many people react about it. Evils are matters, but evils starting to grow because there's many people don't react about that. Your plans are not fail. It fails because nobody cares. So, as a conclude, I just want to say that speaking up can help you in communication, in convince, and conflicts. Speaking can help you in education, in relationship, and also speaking can change mostly about you, about your characteristic, about how people are gonna looking at you and thinking about you. So you need to using that speak up to represent your own self. Thank you for your time.